boys and girls. Today, we're going to learn another addition strategy, and it's called Make a 10 to Add. This is lesson 3.3, and this is page 175 in your Go Math book. Okay? Make sure your name is at the top. We're going to read the instructions next to the apple. It says, there are 6 large dogs and 4 small dogs. How many dogs are there? Well, that's easy. All right, which 10 frame fits with that little number story? There are 6 large dogs and 4 small dogs. Okay, let's see. 6 large dogs and 4 small dogs. Well, I see 6 red here and 4 yellow here. And I need to write the fact below the 10 frame that matches this model. So right here, I'm going to write 6 plus 4 equals 10. All we're talking about on this page is different combinations of 2 addends that make 10. Okay. So if we look at this one, I see 5 plus 5 equals 10. So that's another way that we can make 10. What does this one show? If you put down 7 plus 3 equals 10, you're correct. What does this one show? 8 plus 2 equals 10. And finally, what does this one show? 9 plus 1 equals 10. Now we also know, we learned the other day about the commutative property, and we know that if we switch the addends around, the sum is still going to be the same. So we would say 4 plus 6 is equal to 10, and 3 plus 7 is equal to 10, and 2 plus 8 is equal to 10, and 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. So we can give the turnaround facts. 5 plus 5 doesn't have a turnaround fact because it's a double, so it's just the same. It's still 5 plus 5. So just keep in mind all of these different ways we were able to make 10, because we're going to be using these a lot today in our strategy. Okay. So let's flip the page over to 176. Now, if we're looking at 7 plus 5, okay, an easy way to do 7 plus 5 is to try to make a 10 in our head. So we look at the smaller addend, which is 5, and we want this 7 to become a 10. So what would I break this 5 into so that this 7 can become a 10? And we can break this 5 into 3 and 2, okay? That way, 7 plus 3 is 10, and that 2 comes down, and it's equal to 12. All right? It might seem a little confusing. Just stick with it, and it will get better. Okay? It says, show how you can make a 10 to find the sum, and write the sum. First thing is you look for the smaller addend. We have 8 plus 3. So our smaller addend here is 3. Now just always keep in your head that the smaller addend loves to go camping. So they always set up a tent. And here is your tent right here. Okay. The larger addend always wants to be 10. So our 3 is going to break apart into 2 and 1 under the tent. That way, 8 plus 2 is equal to 10, and this leftover 1 comes right down here. 8 plus 3 is 11. 10 plus 1 is 11. That shows how we can make a 10 to add. All right, before we move on, I got out a crayon so that we can do some highlighting. That's going to help us with this strategy. Orange or yellow will work fine, okay? Now, the first thing we want to remember, let's look at number 2. The smaller addend loves to go camping, and the larger addend always wants to be a 10. He wants to be a 10 so bad. And he wants to be a 10 because it's a lot easier to add with 10s than it is to add with other numbers. Okay? When we have 10 plus 3, we know, oh, that's 13. That's super easy. That's a lot easier than 8 plus 5. So let's look at this again. Here we have 2 plus 9. Well, we know the smaller addend loves to go camping, and the larger addend always wants to be a 10. So our smaller addend is going to set up his tent. And we're going to break this 2 apart into 1 plus 1. And I'm going to do that because 9 plus 1 is 10. So we're going to highlight this here. Okay. And I actually don't need that 2 anymore because the 2 we broke apart into 1 plus 1 inside the tent. Now I have 9 plus 1 is 10. So this goes here. Here's my 9 plus 1. And my 1 here goes right here. So 10 plus 1 is 11, which is going to be the same as 2 plus 9. Okay. Let's look at number 3. Here's my smaller addend. In 8 plus 5, he loves to go camping. So I'm going to give him a tent. And 8 really wants to be a 10. So what can we break this 5 into that would make this into a 10? Okay. So 8 plus what is 10? If you thought 2, you're correct. We're going to break this 5 apart into 2 plus 3. Okay, because 8 plus 2 is 10. Now, let's highlight what makes a 10. Okay. And I don't need this 5 anymore because I already used it. I already made it into 2 plus 3. So basically, we're saying 8 plus 2 plus 3. Well, 8 plus 2 is 10, which is right here. And the 3 goes right in here. Well, 10 plus 3 is easy. I know that's 13. So 8 plus 5 must also be 13. Let's keep going. On number 4, which addend is going to set up a tent? Remember, it's the smaller addend, okay? The smaller addend, you can write this down, sets up the tent and breaks apart. If I'm going too fast for you, please hit pause and get caught up and then hit play again. So the smaller addend sets up the tent and breaks apart. So let's look here. Our smaller addend is 4. So our smaller addend is going to set up the tent and it's going to break apart. Now I could say here, let's do 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. But think again, because we want this to be a 10. We want to make this 7 into a 10. So that's not going to work. 2 plus 7 isn't 10. So what do we need to break this 4 apart into so that this 7 can be a 10? So 7 plus what is 10? And if you chose 1 plus 3 is a good way to break apart the 4, you are correct. We're going to highlight our 7 plus 3. There's our 10. We're done with this 4. All right. So the 7 plus 3 is our 10. That is right here. Our 1 goes in right here. So we're basically saying 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 1, which is 11. So 4 plus 7 is also 11. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, our smaller addend sets up the tent. So we're going to set up our tent under 3. And this 9 really wants to be a 10. So 9 plus what is 10? And you should have chosen 1. Now what do we need to put here so that this and this add to 3? 2. Okay. All right. So now I've broken apart the 3. 9 plus 1 is our 10. That goes here. We're all done with our 3. We used it. We broke it apart. And then we have this 2 that goes here. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 3 plus 9 is also 12. Okay. I'm going to let you do this one on your own. So remember to tent. Okay, so hit pause, and I want you to do it on your own, and then come back, and we'll check it. Okay, if you broke your 6 apart into 3 plus 3, you're absolutely right, because 7 plus 3 is 10, which is right here. And our 3, leftover 3, goes here. So 10 plus 3 is 13. So also 7 plus 6 is 13. Now I'm looking at page 177. There's an orange car, an orange beetle bug. Volkswagen Bug is what that is. Okay. Do 7 through 12 the same way we've been doing it. Make sure to highlight your 10. That's going to keep you from getting confused. Okay, so look back at the video again if you need to review how to do this. Right? Make sure to read these carefully and watch the math on the spot for this one. And I want you to answer these in complete sentences. So if I have the question is, what fact is Alex thinking of? Then I would say, Alex is thinking of blank. Finish the back, and I'll see you soon.